So here, I have added, I think, Kavindi tool here. Okay. So you can try this paper as well, Kavindi. Okay. It's about first two lessons, right? So you have to be, ready for your like papers and all. It's better to do, and it's easy if you try these things, and it will be uh, good to be in touch. හැම වෙලේම term test තියෙන්නේ නැහැනේ. ඒ නිසා තියෙන වෙලාවට කරලා තියෙන එක හොඳයි. Free වෙලාවට. Right? So let me just close these things. Yeah, so we were at stretch, right? So I want to try. Having the stretch මුකුත් try කරාද? Couldn't try?
Teacher,
Oh, Kavindi. මොකද කිව්වද?
no teacher.
try කරන්න ඕනේ. හරි. සහස් කොහොමද try කරාද අලුතෙන් පොත් හදන්න? නෑ.
I tried a little bit
Little bit.
like yeah,
What kind of thing you tried?
like put the bat like flying around the trees, but it did not work.
Okay. So actually, I was going to do the same today, right? How to work with motion and all, right? So we'll try one.
Okay, teacher.
So I'm going to try with underwater today, right? Right. So one of these things you can get, and characters as well. And these fish types are there, right? So that's how we try to manage it, right? So with animation. So I'm going to make the shark bit bigger, right? You know how to make it, right? So here, the size you can make it like 150 and bit bigger in size. So uh, fish and all has to be bit smaller in size, right? So these are the 4 types of fish we have. So we can duplicate it and get other types. Okay? Uh, so these things we can make it bit smaller in size. Okay. So I added this one. So my plan is to, when this is appearing from here, all these ones they have to move other way. Okay? They will try to uh, get rid of the shark. Right? So in the shark also we can change how it looks like and all. Right? So it's like the normal sharks, right? So use these colors and all. We can make it better and nice uh, than other ones. Okay? So this paint bucket thing you can use and change the colors. Okay? So these options are there. Okay? And if you want to go for a shade, you have this, right? So go for any shade that you want uh, as well. So that kind of things we can do with the normal ones. Okay. So I will not go into detail of these things, right? I'm just want to give a idea of these things, right? So you can take your ones and do it with me, right? So in case if you need any help or anything, you can always ask, right? So when I start, you see, like an ocean wave sound will be there. If you want bubble sound, right? So that will be given. Right? You can use these things to make it more natural. Right? Um, right? So using these options, we can check. Right? I want to check if but, uh, So I think I should first code for shark, right? Not other ones, because and because when it appears only, this will be going away, right? So yeah. So where you want to get appeared, you have to get it with this mark, right? Say first you want here, right? So you have to give that particular sign, right? You have to say this is the place you want to start, and it will go from here to here, right? So that particular place is there, right? So now has to be changed to here, right? So you have to just go from here and here, right? It will manage to come for the glide, right? Glide එකද ඉබේම xy වැටෙනවා, right? ඔය අපහු කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ, right? So if I just go here and set up, can you see, right? It went here, right? So if I just say this one, it will come like that, right? The glide is something that you will need to make it like moving, right? Okay. So when it's done, right, I want to broadcast a message that this is a right shark arrived. Okay, that's the message I can give, right? And from this side, maybe fish. Okay? So this will be gliding on the other side, right? So it will be starting at this much, and you can say it goes until here, right? So like that, we can mark. Right? This glide does everything, right? So you can add some, says like, say like, oh my God, or something like that, right? And it will run, right? It's something that you can use your creativity and do, right? So maybe it will think and say, in the bubble, it will not say. Right? So like that we can say and we can do. Right? So there's a small change here. Right? You can just say, or like, it will not say and go. That's also fine. Right? As you like, we can change. Right? So I will not keep in waiting. I will say this and just quickly go. Okay? So that kind of thing we can do here with glide. If you don't want sound, you can give without. Okay, so as you like, you can change these things, and if it touches the shark, you can make it bite, right? So that's a thing that we can do to uh, any of these fish, not people, fish. Right? Just click on duplicate and go to the other one. Right? So you can duplicate it and paste it in others. Right? Um, Sometimes it get pasted, sometimes it not. Right? Um, and see it got. So like this, we can just try and do this, right? So it goes from wherever it is to that place. And so, yeah. So add some ideas what we can do, right? So you're welcome on anything, right? So you can ask this how to do that, how to do this, right? So I will help you that because your ideas can be better than mine, right? So yeah, yeah. Any more ideas, right? So I'm just going to say like if it touches the shark touches these ones, it will go into bite mode and it will bite the fish, right? So as you like, you can change it, right? So when I touch this, you can see it gets together and go, right? So that is no, it can be a problem. So we can change that, right? So wherever they are, they will be saying it and go, right? So it's here like it's going together, right? Because same coordinates I was given, right? So yeah, right. So we will go for the school ones, right? Because we didn't do much on school things, right? But yeah, for this one definitely we are going to just complete this and go, right? Because in school might have done from here, we'll go up to here. Right? So in between, we can add that particular oh my god thing if you want, right? Because if it's like most like, of the things like if it's same, um, you have to right? We can say something else in the next one, right? We can say like danger, right? Some people will say something else, right? So that is possible, right? And yeah, that's it, right? So it is just say and it will go. Right? So I just added it for here and for this one. So you can get these things separated. Oh my God. I guess it keeps on repeating. Okay. Okay, so here I'll have this thing and just glide thing. You have to just reanimate. From here it will start and it will go until this. Easily you can get it. So right now it is automatically done, right? So we can make it for a particular keyboard mechanism. නේද? එකපාර කියන්නේ එකක් විතරක් add වෙන්න. That means like say there's only one fish and it has to get rid of the shark. නේද? කමාලුවෙක් ඉන්නවා එයා කොහොම හරි බේරෙන්න ඕනේ. Right? So that also you can try to make it, right? So it's possible just to add that particular code as well, right? So I want these people to react differently, right? So like this, they will try to move really fast. Okay? They say and they go, that kind of thing, right? Yeah. Okay, I think now it's fine. Okay, so it just goes away, right? We can add some sound like screaming sounds and all of them from here, right? In extensions, have you used? All right. So in here we have text to speech extension, right? So using it, we can let these fish speak while they go, right? So this danger thing, we can say it with a like a tenor voice or a giant voice. They can ගොරෝසු හඬකින් කියන්න පුළුවන් danger කියලා, right? So that kind of issue can be created. Danger. Can you see that? Yeah, right. So that kind of thing we can add. Right? So this one, oh my God, we have to run. That's also, we can add with a small sound because it's a small fish, right? So a tenor voice, right? Whatever you say here, we can make it speak. That's text to speech, right? So that is possible, right? Because there's no sound or anything here, right? So we can we can make it like screaming voice or like Chris වගේ නැත්තම් මාළුව කෑ ගහන්නේ නෑනේ වැඩියනේ like I to do the ocean wave is there, right? So we can go to sounds and see whether we have other kind of sounds, right? So if you go to sound section, We will find like animal sounds and all. Right? So I might find some fish kind of sounds. It's not that. No, I don't think. Oh, alert sound is good one. Right? So try on these sounds. Right? We have, you know how to go, right? Sounds, choose sound, and you can select any of these effect sounds, loop sounds. Okay, there's like a lot of sounds that you can use actually, right? So if you want, you can even download from internet and use. So okay, what to use? So anyway, I will use alert sound, right? So because it's like easy one to use because it's a general thing that we can uh, get with this.
I have to run.
Right? So it is giving different sounds. I think I have to add it with different messages, right? So because it's like all of them are running uh, first, right? So this will also has to come here after that, right? And we have to change the costume to the eating mode one, right? And we have to eat it and this thing, right? So that's the idea, right? So we will use the eating mode when it touches this thing and it will come here, right? So yeah. So what I will do is I will do, maybe make this one not do anything, right? So we can make that this costume when it touches here, right? Because we have like animation here. So yeah, we can do that. So not sure arrived. Yes. So after gliding to this position, we have to do what? We have to keep on going, right? So we will be repeating it again and again. Repeat, but we are going to repeat moving from here to here. We can point to a direction and go. Okay, and then we can see when it comes to here, broadcast. Any questions, guys? You guys trying, no? I hope you are. Give me some inputs now. Right? I'm doing and doing. Think you might get an idea or you might not. Just tell me if you don't understand anything. Neither. Nahari තේරෙන්නේ කියන්න. Right? සිංහලෙන් English වලින් ඕන එකකින්. Right? So it will be in this mode when it comes and touches here. Right? So right, that code has to be added after that. Right? So how do we do that? Using sensing. Right? So you can say when it touches the star. Right? So it will be moved to that mode of this thing. Right? So it comes and it touches and it will be this way. Costume has to be changed to shark to C to B. Right? And should be changed back to the normal.
I have to run.
Can you see? It others ran, but these two are there. So it's trying to attack. Right? That kind of things we can add. Yeah. So I was just doing it, right? So you can follow this and try, right? Like you guys want, you can try. So these two together is there, right? Um, tell me whatever the one that you want to go, right? So it's easy to start there. No questions, right? Okay. Should be sharp.
I have to run. I have to run.
Right? So when it gets into this thing, right, we can make it like this thing, get rid of this one as well. So if it touches this, this has to be hidden. Right? So that part we have to add it in not here, but in starfish. Okay? So when the so when the shark arrived, you have to say hide it, right? So because it is trying to bite, so when it bites, we have to show that she's like starfish is no more, right? So that thing have to be added.
I have to run.
See, like any questions on any part, right? Try this with me, right? Because if you have any problems with this thing, you can ask me and I'll help you uh, with your part, right? Try and see, right? Because anyway, we are doing it together, but there can be issues while you are doing it without me. So yeah, Sahas, you try, okay, and tell me if you need help to do it with your one, right? So have your own thing and try to just develop it. Since you have that knowledge, I think it is good. Avindi, මොනවත් ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද? Any questions?
No, teacher.
You got it? Uh, you want me to explain it? Right? If you need anything to explain, tell me. Right? This glide is like walking. Right? අපි දැන් කෙනෙක් ඇවිදිනකොටත් නිකන් අර roll වෙලා යනවා වගේ එකක් තමයි මේ glide කියන්නේ. Right? So you can easily go from one space to the other. So this is like underwater. So it's easy using this, right? So even we can make it to use the keyboard keys as well, right? So the control of fish will be ours, right? So yeah, I can show that as well. Right? So this point into direction, it is pointing towards the fish who is here, right? That's what first it will be like this way.
I have to run.
Okay. So this fish is in visible. So try this and see. Then let's go for the school related things after that, right? We have to do with operators and all. So we are going to do some calculations with help of this fish, right? Because this school things are really boring. I know that. So yeah, with this game we can ask questions and do that just like we do the normal things. Right? So do this and let's go there. Okay? Another 5 minutes. If you want to show like let me show anything, tell me. Right? So yeah, I didn't add anything for crab because I'm going to add the operators related things on crab. So yeah.
Teacher,
Sorry,
teacher, I'm finished.
finish. I couldn't hear you, dear. What did you say?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Okay, great. We can add this text to speech fun as well, right? Use these extensions here, right? Not only that, we can draw things, we can add different music here, right? If you want to translate into other language, right? These options are there, right? This is to use the video sensing mode, right? You can turn on your camera and do different things, right? Say the peace sign, or angle dekhe hema tiyala, right? So it will identify the things that you do with your camera, right? So that's this mode, right? So if you just click on it, you will find, right? You can click on this and turn on the video, right? Right now it turned on. Okay, so yeah, we can just go into that mode as well, right? I think I have to remove this one. Yeah. If I save and right. So yeah. So we can go into any of these modes here and try. Can you see? Right? My this thing is loaded. Okay. So yeah. Um. So I'm going to this mode and I will be removing this one as off. Right? And we can edit. Then it will be making it off. Right? So yeah, we just can give that mode as well. Let me just off this one and come. And I have to leave and come. That's how we manage with the scratch videos things, right? So it takes our video straight away and goes. I thought I can turn it on later, but seems like it is straight away going for that mode. Right? So anyway, right? I think you got it. Right? Then we'll go with the next part, which is I want to load it back and right, get it. Yeah. So there's no more that you can't remove things here, right? if extension is added, it is there, right? So today we are going to learn with one thing we learned with extensions, right? And other one we are going to learn with these operators, right? So these operators are used in your school related things, right? So let me just quickly go to the note. Okay, here we have, right, things that we learn from grade 7 onwards, right? We should know. So in your classroom also I have added that to do, right? So here we have it, and you will be able to learn how we can do with these calculations, right? So there's two things we learn in school environment: how to use these flow charts and convert it into a scratch program, and whatever in a scratch program you should know how to convert it back to a flow chart, right? For an example, it says like input two numbers, get the total of those two and display the total, right? So that's the flow we need. So we should be able to add this into the program here, right? So this will be like this because crab is not that much, you know, used. So I will be adding that programming part here, right? So this will be doing some calculations while others run, right? That kind of thing. So here, input two numbers. How do we input things? Using sensing, right? So here we can ask what are the numbers you need, right? So we have to ask input number 1, right? Or you can say first number. So as you like, you can ask, and the answer you have to store it where? In a variable. What is a variable? You know, variable is something that is there to store something, right? So you can say like num1, and you can store whatever the value that you enter first in a variable, right? So the answer will be stored in a particular place, right? Or you can even, right? Uh, so, right. So the answer of this one, we have to add, right? So we'll be adding number 1 and number 2, right? So first we will be making it equals, right? Answer will be equals to number 1, right? So like this. We can make it like this, and then the numbers, two numbers, right? Then we have to get the duplicate of this and add again as number 2, right? Because we need to get two numbers together and then but get the total out of it, right? So I'm going to get another variable to store the number 2, right? So the other part is that, right? Number 1 and number 2 will be added together, right? So you can get that there, right? So whatever the variable that you get, the answer will be stored into number 1. Can you see, right? Then what happens? These two will be added, right? Next one, again you will add number 2, and the answer for the second number will be added, right? So in the last part, we will be taking the total, right? So you can show what is the total here, right? So it will ask these things, and then this equals this, like that. You get my point, right? Here we are taking the total, right? And we have to get the total here, right? To some value. So I will get it into total or sum, whatever it is. And if you don't want to show something here, you can just remove it, right? And this will be showed where? In the say, right? It will say the total. What is the total, like that, right? So this is what happened,
I have to run.
right? All of these things are happening, but we are doing our thing, right? 4, 3, and this is it. Yeah, I think I can straight away say this thing. No? Yeah, no need of total variable actually, right? We can just say that this is a total is, and say total, right? This is it.
I have to run.
Can you see, right? Number 1 and number 2 is a combination of those two, and you can get the total out of this, right? So if you need any other operators, we have, right? Only this one or this one we have, right? We can go for any other ones as well, right? So that's how we use this here. Not the just two numbers added, and I set the variables, so you can see for number 1, whatever the value you enter first,
I have to run.
right? The first number it's asking, so I will add, like say 40, right? So it got added here. Can you see the full form, right? So then it asks for the second number, so I'm giving like 30, right? And the total is given as 70. Okay? So if you want to show the total, you can show it as well. But yeah, as you like, can build it. Okay, so it's with this ask part, right? Ask and answer you get, and this one is just two variables. Variables කියන්නේ අපි දෙයක් store කරන්න පුළුවන් තැන, right? Number එකක් ගත්තොත් number එකක්, name එක ගත්තොත් name එක, right? So මේ number එක අහන්න කලින් අපිට ඕන නම් name එකත් අහන්න පුළුවන්, right? එහෙම එක්කුත් පුළුවන්, right? So whatever you have in here, I just did it, right? I just added number 1 and number 2. I think this is multiplication, right? So even that is possible, right? So instead of this one, you have to multiply it, right? How do you do that? There's a multiplication related thing. Just add this inside here, in this one, and number 2 inside this one, and just use it here. Okay? Now those two will be multiplied and given the total. Okay? Addition, multiplication, all of these things
I have to run.
we can do, right? And I think there's a lot of fish, so we can like remove 1 or 2 because it looks like messy kind of, right? So 10 into 4 is 40, is showing as 40. So yeah, So as you like, we can make it. Right? Any questions or you guys got it? Right? So next one you have to do it without me, right? So if you have any questions, can ask me now because this is what we do with scratch in school, right? Calculations, division, addition, lot of other things. But yeah, as you have any questions or you got it? Tell me if you have any questions or anything, please. Right? Because
Okay, teacher.
were you able to do it? No, still doing.
Yeah, teacher.
Okay. I think it's not that hard, right? Once you try it, you'll be able to do.
Teacher, I can make a different one, right? Like,
Yeah, sure. You can make anything different, right? Just try to make the flowchart thing.
okay.
That's
Okay, teacher.
so. Good afternoon, Arun. Actually, I think you were not able to, you know, join at 2, right? It's fine. So we just did only small part today until now, right? So we did in here like this part, like from flowcharts, Uh, okay. Um, let me just share the note as well. Um, So I was just going through this thing, right? So how to get this flowchart things, right? So whatever you have in this shape, like the parallelogram, right? This is called as parallelogram. It is called like it is like taking something from the user, right? You need to ask two numbers from the user and then get the total when you multiply those two together, right? And then you have to display the total, right? So whenever you use a flow chart, when these are there, it is an input or an output, right? So this is giving you an input and this side it is an output, right? But the same shape is used in flowcharts, right? These two are input and the output, right? And the middle part, what is it? It is the total, right? That's the process, right? So process is the in the rectangle shape in any flow chart. Remember that. So if you want to see any of these things, you can see a lot of them in your book, right? So I have separate section, like separate number of flow charts here, and same way you have in the book as well, right? You will get used to these things and you will see these things coming up, right? So this thing I did only in here, right? So this is how we do it, right? You have to ask for the first number, then the number has to be added as a variable. You know how to add, right? So here we can make it as a variable and just add the number, right? Uh, the number that you get from here will be stored in the number one, right? හැම වෙලේම store කරනවා මේක ඇතුලේ. Number 2 එක කියවුවම ඒක store කරනවා num2 කියන මේ variable එක ඇතුලේ, right? So here I just created two of them and added it, right? So total I didn't not need any variable, right? If you need to show that this is total, right, you can get the total as well and you can save it. So here I straight away said no need of another variable, so I can just delete if it's not required, and I just added as total is and then it will say the number. Okay, so if you want to keep it for a long time, you can say like 4 seconds, right? So this is just these are separate things, right? You have these here. What I did was just an operator added, right? So just like multiplication, and these things are also here in variables, right? We just added these two, one side number 1 and the other side number 2, right? And just operated it inside here, right? So straight away, if you want to get the duplicate and say you want to get multiplication of divide those two numbers, right? You can go to operators and get the multiplication, right? So number 1 will be multiplied by number 2, right? So all of them the crab will do and show, right? Just like a calculator, what we do with a calculator, you can say like all of these things we can do, right? It's just a matter of duplicating it and adding the correct sign, right? So we can get the addition separately, multiplication separately, and add all of them as well, right? And see how it goes, right? So we'll start with something a bit bigger because you are now grade 10, sorry, grade 8, right? So grade 8 students has to be, this is just the beginning. This is like grade 7 things we do, right? So you can try with this thing separately. Okay. So wherever you want you have any questions, you can ask. Right? So it will say total is this much, and you can say when you subtract a total like a number 1 by number 2, what happens, right? So those things you can add as hellos, right? When number 2 is, sorry, first number 7, I thought to modify this thing a bit, right? So we can say total is, then when second number subtracted by first number, this is the answer, and you can just duplicate it. Right? So you can make it like a calculator crab, right? So whatever the numbers, like 2 numbers we give, it will do all of these things and give you the output. Right? So yeah, try and see how it comes, right? So I just added these fish and all to make it bit interesting, because it's like a bit of a boring thing.
I have to run.
Right? Some of these things like how to do with scratch and all, I'll show it after the class, because and even I recorded it, so you can see the recording as well, right? So I think I won't think Arun will having any problem now, right? So let's see, if you have any problems, you can ask me anytime, right? So all of these things will be showing one by one. And in the end, you can add like say by or something, right? To make it a bit interesting. And we added this extension, right? Text to speech, right? It is from here, text to speech, right? So you can try any of these things and try to get it, right? So Harun, you joined with your computer or from your phone?
Computer me.
Okay, then I think you can try, right? So it's good because these days we are doing some practicals and all, so it will be easy if you do it with me. And in any case, you can tell me, and I will get the screen share. I can do it on your computer, maybe from remote control. If you need my help, right, I can just guide you as well, right? So that's how we can do it on an online class, right? So yeah, go ahead, right? So it's better as much as you can do it alone, right? So once you do it, you have a lot of exercises on your book and even here, right? So you will be able to do the next one, right? Try and see. I think you might be able to do this one as well, right? You have to get width and length of a rectangle and then get the perimeter and area, right? Parimithiyai වර්ගඵලයයි ගන්න ඕනේ, right? So ඔයාලට පුළුවන් වෙයි ඒක කරගන්න. And I think Harun also didn't join the classroom, right? I'll share the link, right? It's easy. 1 minute. Right? Both of you, I think maybe you guys missed the mail I've sent, right? Because Kavindi has joined, right? From this classroom, you can join to the this and get all the notes for each one, and you can try even the papers here, right? So always try these things and keep, right, term test model paper, like for all of these things I have separate papers, right? So yeah, you can try unit 1 and 2 paper I have given access, right? So take it and yeah.
Teacher, how to like put sounds like
Sounds, this sounds, yeah. uh yeah, we can add choose sound from here, you can add, or say you want to get
okay, teacher.
yeah, download it and so you can use, and just go to upload sound here, and then see, I want to add some like some music in the background. I can just import it and use it as the like a background music, right? So whenever this is going, right, that kind of a sound you can add to play a continuous sound, right? That alert and all we just added the as like normal sounds, right? So we can just add that kind of sound and keeps on having it, right? So
Okay, teacher.
right? I think alert sound is not a good idea with that one. Okay, I just remove the alert sound. Yeah, even I can keep it. So Harun, if you want to add this fish and all, right, the same fish I added and just change the costume. Okay, so you can just change in between these colors for four different uh, you know fish, right? So yeah, same fish but different uh, costumes I just changed, right? So it looks like four different types of fish. Right? Try and see. I think you might be able to do it much better than mine, right? So because you are more creative, right? So I think Sahas is also doing his own thing, right? That's what I would like to do. Like I like and I want you to do, right? So try your own thing, right? So anyone can try the same thing that I do, but to see this and do your own thing, it is different, right? So this repeat is actually also not required. We can just add it this way. Right? Repeat, then there's nothing to do with that. Right? So within that particular direction, it will be going on. So just go through these colors, right? If there's anything with blue color, that means motion. If there's something with dark purple, that means looks things, right? If it's light purple, that's something with sound, right? So that's how you take in this thing here. Okay? So if this variables related, it's all orange. And light blue is this part, sensing part. Okay? So it's easy to find because otherwise it will be time wasting if you keeps on searching these things, right? So straight away you can go within these things easily if you know the colors and where to go first, right? Yeah. And we can use this crab costume as well when he's working with calculations and all, right? We can costume change as well, right? I forgot that there's a costume here, right? So I can change when the answer is given. Crab's costume will be B, right? Like that also we can make some change to the same kind of things, right? So yeah, end of the answer, you will be adding like crab A and crab. So if you want to create your own character, say your own fish, that's also possible, right? Your own thing. If you want to characters, right? We have here with this paint icon, right? You can create your own things, right? It will be a blank, like a blank background. You can paint, you can write uh, any things, right? So say you want to create a any things like based on fish or something, right? So you can edit like this way. So like this also, it's possible, right? We can add colors into this thing. Right? and we can change how it looks actually, basically, right? Yeah, in case if you want to create your own thing, that's the way. Oh, I forgot to change back to code. Sorry.
I have to run.
So use the play sound option, and if you use start sound, you have to stop sounds as well, right? So play sound will stop when the program ends.
Teacher, I'm done.
Okay. We started the class at 2:15 or something, right? I asked you on WhatsApp as well. I think you were not there or something, right? Actually, I think Kavindi is having a some doctor's appointment, she said. So that's why Sahas was there, and we started at 2:15, right? But anyway, you can get the recording, right? I share it on YouTube, and I will give access only to all all you three only, right? No one will see that anyway, right? Your private video will be shared, right? So you can see those, and in case if you need to go back and see the earlier videos also are available, right? I share the links so that you can see them, right? So that way we can you know try to be better with this, right? Yes, Kavindi, you have any problems or anything?
No, teacher.
You did it? Still doing? Right? Yes, if you are still doing, no problem, right? Yeah. So I just did it. Added this same costume again and again, right? Nothing to do with this, right? Just added this line so that it says what we are doing and what is the answer we get, right? So that we only just added them to make a bit of a difference, like that's it. Uh, yeah. And if you think like it's too much of things, right? I think it is like too much of things are happening, right? We can remove one or two in between things, right? So yeah, it will be simple kind of thing which we can do. just switch between these costumes. This one with like this thing, and you can change colors and all as you like, right? So I just did all of the operators here. So it's easy to remember how you go with operators, all of them here. Right? So next ones are like to compare things, right? So this one to compare two numbers, and you can say what is the largest number, what is the smallest, and if you want to equalize, like you can say whether it's equal to this, you have to say and do something like that. Also, we can do, right? These things we can make like a quiz, right? So we can ask user what is the total, and if the total is equals to the correct number here, right, we can say you scored correctly, right? That's also possible, right? So same thing, but we can just add another input asking what's the total, right? And if the total is same like the one that we got here, right, we can say you're correct, and you can give some marks to that particular user, right? So that's how you build a kind of a game, right? We can make it as a quiz. Okay? It's not like a huge thing, and so I just added total is, and addition, second thing subtraction, third one multiplication part, and the last is just a division, right? All the four operators which we, like the basic operators we have, right? So if you are given any of these things, you can try. So try with this one uh, after this, right? I think I can give like sideways of the same thing, right? So like this way. So try to map this particular thing, like this flow chart after this, right? I want you to try this one. This flow chart, how you can map with the scratch, right? You can maybe take another character, say another fish, and do this particular flow chart. So it will ask for width and length. දිගයි පළලයි අහනවා. දිග පළල දෙකෙන් වැඩි කරන්න ඕනේ. ආයමත් දිගත් දෙකෙන් වැඩි කරන්න ඕනේ. පරිමිතිය හොයන්න. නේද? එතකොට වර්ගඵලය හොයන්න දිග පළලින් වැඩි කරනවා. right? ඒ දෙක තමයි තියෙන්නේ. right? Area and perimeter. Right? So try this one. I think you will be able to do this one easily. Right? Try and see how you get it, because only doing what I do is not a good idea, right? You should be able to do without myself. Right? I hope you can see this part as well, no? Right? Yeah.
Teacher, I'm done.
Great. Can you share it to share and show us? Yeah.
Okay, teacher.
Stop sharing. Uh, see. Okay. Dinosaurs. Right. Mhm.
Hey,
That's what I built, teacher.
Okay. That's really nice. Right? Okay. Some with kind of what you call like quirky kind of thing. Right? Yes. You can add yeah, you can build the game nicely, right? Maybe some fighting models you can add, right? There are some more like giants and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can build it nicely. Good idea, actually. Great.
hey,
Okay, teacher.
Okay, very good. Uh, Kamindi, you tried anything? If you try this one or something else, tell me, right? You can also share. I want to see what you guys do, right? So yeah. Harun, you have any questions or anything? Yeah. Yes, Kamindi? You want to share? No. Are you not well? You sounds really low. නේද? සනීප නෑ වගේ ඔයාට. Right? Okay. You can do it later. Okay, no problem. And just listen to me and be there. Right? You can do it later. Yeah? Okay.
Teacher,
Yes.
I have a class at 4 o'clock.
Okay, so yeah, we can finish off now, right? So just try these ones, right? Because in school syllabus we have these, operators and all, right? So it's okay
Yeah.
that you are doing it, right? Just try this and see. I think you will be able to manage, right? Okay,
Okay, teacher.
we can finish it. Okay. Harun, how about you? You need any help or anything? Because you joined a bit late. If you need any help, please tell me and I'll help you with anything. So yeah. You tried anything, Haru? No? Not the same thing, right? You can try your own thing, right? So I thought just to give it these additional things and do, right? It's not required to do same, right? And just to get an idea, I just gave it for one animal, right? So you can just get it to another and do the like the area and pyramid, parimidiyai mekai, right? So like that we have different things, like say when you toss a coin, we have two sides, right? It can be heads or it can be tails, right? So that kind of things also we can get, right? So in that case you need a if condition. Can you see? Right? So we will learn about this and the next things, how to develop a game with these conditional things, right? How to do it with them on next week, right? uh yeah, if you have if you don't have any questions, we can wrap up. Harun, how about you? Any problems? I don't think you have, right? It's simple thing just to add with operators here, right? Anyway, you have the video I'll upload today by night time, right? And because I have class until 6 today, right? Yeah, so yeah, we'll upload and you will be able to get it, right? See you on next week then. Yeah, take care.